Hey guys, Mark here. Um, so, in case you aren't keeping track, I know I sure am. We are now into day 10 with no First Amendment uh, being existing in this country anymore. It's gone. And it's pretty interesting to note that this isn't just normal people um, getting charged with all of these crimes or just being censored in general. Political leaders throughout the whole planet, are being charged with crimes for using their freedom of speech. We've already seen this happen on a couple of occasions. Marine Le Pen, who may very well win the French presidency, was charged with a crime. And then we've got Geert. I told you about him. He was actually convicted of hate speech, although they didn't actually punish him in any way. They just found him guilty to tarnish his political party. Well, I've been telling you about these political, populist, anti globalist, anti New World Order, anti George Soros parties popping up all over the planet. And we've got another one over here that you guys may not have heard about. And believe it or not, this absolutely worthless United Nations, that's a big part of the problem, actually get things right every once in a while. And I imagine the only reason why they do this is because they want to save face and act like they're something good when we all know they're the devil. What we have here is in Argentina. They have a court and it convicts a social activist defended by the United Nations panel. And what we have here is an Argentine social activist whose arrest was criticized by a United Nations panel has been convicted on charges of inciting criminal acts during a violent protest in Jujuy Providence 7 years ago. And what you got to understand is they're basically saying that people committed crimes because of something that was spoken. Somebody spoke some words, people committed some crimes, and so the person who spoke the words is at fault. Right? This is going on all over the world. It's not just going on here, it's going on worldwide. And I'm just going to go through this, okay? Show y'all what's going on. Wednesday's ruling by a 3-judge panel gave Milagros Sala a suspended 3 year prison sentence. The 53-year-old activist was acquitted on charges of making threats during the protest against political leaders. Though she won't serve any time under the court's sentencing, Sala will remain in detention to face other charges. So once again, we've got somebody convicted of hate speech, but they're not getting any actual charges for the crime. And of course, it says right here that the UN was saying that this was completely baseless and they needed to let this person go. And we'll look at this right here. Sala heads Argentina's Tupac Amaru social movement and won a seat last year in the regional parliament. Right? So she's heading up a political party who's actually won a seat in the parliament. And she's been charged with hate crime, although she's not actually going to receive any kind of punishment for her conviction. Now they are going to detain her further and charge her with more bogus crimes. So you see, everything they've been saying about Donald Trump here in the United States. And oh, no, you're not going to let me forget. Pete Santilli is still sitting in jail. Okay? Then we got Geert Wilders. We got Marine Le Pen. And now we've got from Argentina here Milagro Sala, another populist political party, anti-globalist, practicing their free speech to denounce the global elites, and once again get charged with the crime and receive no punishment for the conviction. So that's the Netherlands, that's France, and now Argentina. 3 different people charged with crimes, 2 of them convicted, neither received any actual punishment for their crimes. The elites are making a statement, and they want you and your family to do one and one thing only. And what is that? To shut the fuck up. So, guys, look, I try to stay as level-headed and as rational about things as I possibly can. Okay? I do believe there's a lot of terrible things that are happening in this world. I do believe there's a lot of evil people in this world, but I also believe there's a lot of good people in this world. There could be several things that are going on here. This whole Agenda 21 thing, bubbling up to a climax, could very well be a part of what's going on here, and people are finally waking up to this reality and bucking up to it, and it's about to get real ugly. Right? Now, I've always stated, even though I believe there is a plan to enact Agenda 21 to depopulate the planet, so on and so forth. We got to keep in mind, y'all, this is very important for everybody to consider. Not everybody in this planet is evil, and not necessarily is everything going on evil. One of the biggest businesses on the planet right now is underground bunkers for the rich and elite. And they're buying them up like they're going out of style. So, I still contend there is a possibility that everybody should still consider. The fact that this mass censorship is not just going on in America, the fact that it is going on simultaneously worldwide, and the fact that the elites are buying up underground survival bunkers like it's going out of style could very well mean that there is an end-of-life event that could be happening to this earth very soon, and they're trying to shut everybody up and keep everybody out of the loop so the whole planet just doesn't freak out and shut down before it happens. You've seen it all in the movies. And I still contend this sounds like a very reasonable and plausible possibility. But there's so much lying and corruption and craziness going on. It's kind of hard to believe that it's not just evil elites trying to fill out the worst parts of the Bible. You know, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware while we're in our 10th day without a right to free speech, that we've got our third country with the major political player being charged with hate speech and being convicted and still sitting in prison at this very moment. So, Argentina, Netherlands, France. And let's not forget, one final note before I go, and I didn't pull up the article, but I thought this was important to mention, that the prime minister or the president or whatever of France, was it Holland or whatever? Anyways, the prime minister of France went out on TV and told everybody in France not to be nationalist. And in case you're not sure what that means, he's telling people in France, don't be proud to be French. Or they might make an MT video about you. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted y'all to be aware that this is our third country's political leader being charged with hate speech. And as while our struggle still continues and we are into day 10 of no free speech, this is something that's going on worldwide and is something that we need to continue to be aware of. Anyways, you guys take care. And if my channel does not get shut down because I'm a Russian agent, I'll talk to you guys soon.